we weren't born in a vacuum. We are a sister team at best, or a little sibling of Man City. And Christ wasn't the greatest hire, but then we literally brought the youth team coach of Man City over, which was Patrick Vieira, and we literally brought Man City youth players over.
Yep.
Angelino and Shea Facey. And then from there, we literally got Pep Guardiola's right-hand man as our next coach.
Right.
And so for those 3 or 4 years, like, we were getting the purest distillation of CFG football, Man City football, football that I would argue is maybe back then on the cutting edge of, how to play. And then we went to what now seems progressive and like our 10th coach in terms of our, search history. I just don't, that's where a lot of this angst comes from for fans. We're just like, this feels like, when I talk about this stuff, it always comes back to the front office and CFG and like, what are they actually after? Because, when the outfield did a sit down with Dome after he left, and his biggest complaint was just like, NYCFC spends like a mid-table club, but has high, Barcelona, Real Madrid comparative aspirations in MLS. He's like, that's not how this works.
Yeah, that's what I was going to bring up. Almost to the bane of our own existence as fans, that's also working against Ronnie is, just like you said, with those Barcelona and Real Madrid aspirations that the club may have, sort of as fans, and I self-admittedly, and I know Justin feels the same, we expect a lot out of this team. And sometimes maybe it's not even justified in a way because we don't have, the history of winning, or aside from that Eastern Conference, being the leaders of that, we don't have much to call on to be expecting so much from them. And potentially that might come from the fact that we work with CFG, we're a baby of Man City, we're playing at Yankee Stadium, and just sort of fans being from New York, it's kind of what we expect from a sports team that we like. So it kind of works poorly for them in that favor too.
When you have names that we've had, and he listed some of the academy players, like really hyped up guys, Jack Harrison. These dudes when they were here were expected to do a lot because of coming from overseas and being a part of City Football Group and all of those things. So it's not necessarily the history of winning that put us up there. It was more, it's like, how could you not with the talent that you have?
Great points. But it's also part of this of we had the lowest turnover in roster in MLS, and it wasn't because we have like bad players. We had very good players.
Right.
I think last year all we did was we lost Ben Sweat, which if you get in the outfield Slack channel, it's basically we're happy about it. Take him, Miami. And so it's ultimately like, you see what Atlanta United is doing, you see what LAFC is doing, you see what the LA Galaxy are doing in terms of like Chicharito's out there. Like NYCFC could use Chicharito. Period.
Higuain, Matuidi.
Yeah, Higuain.
Now with Miami.
Right. And so you list all the guys that Atlanta United bringing in and out. And we have Medina here, and we just haven't been able to either make him good or send him to another club, or do the hide him on some CFG team halfway around the world.